The Renault Rafale is what you get when a high-street brand puts its spin on a designer look. Stylish, yes, but not quite in the same league as the premium names. Think of it as a weekday outfit compared to the Gucci-like BMW X4 or the Hugo Boss vibe of the Volvo EC40. Still, the Rafale doesn't go head-to-head with either. It sits in a middle ground, more upscale than a Peugeot 3008, less sleek, and not fully electric, like the Skoda Enyaq coupe. What really makes the Rafale stand out is its bold styling. It turns heads with a tall front end, arrow-shaped LED lights, a wide grille, aggressive headlights, and a sleek rear that gives off mini Lamborghini Urus vibes, if you squint. Inside, it looks premium at first glance. The two-tier dashboard features a wide passenger side vent and a portrait-style infotainment screen angled toward the driver. That screen sits in a wraparound panel shared with the digital instrument cluster, which looks sharp, but the glossy black trim and plastic vents feel a bit cheap. On the plus side, the leatherette and suede trim on the seats, dash, and doors feel good, and most surfaces are soft touch. Boot space is solid. The regular version beats the Peugeot 408 and Coupe 4Manor for cargo, though the plug-in hybrid loses some of that space. The flimsy parcel shelf and non-flat folding rear seats are definite drawbacks. You get two hybrid options, a 200 horsepower self-charging setup, or a punchier 300 horsepower plug-in hybrid, both using the same 1.2-liter engine. The VF suits the car better and is a smart pick for company drivers thanks to its low benefit-in-kind tax rate. On the road, the Rafale is a mixed experience. Optional four-wheel steering helps in tight spots, and the controls feel sharp, but the ride is too stiff over small bumps and bouncy over bigger ones. It doesn't smooth out on the motorway either, with road noise becoming a problem at higher speeds. It handles back roads well, though. The steering is quick, there's minimal body roll, and the fat tires offer plenty of grip. The main letdowns are a lack of feedback through the wheel and a gruff engine note under hard acceleration. If you're looking for a sporty, less conventional alternative to the usual German or Scandinavian SUVs, the Rafale is worth a look. You'll find deals on new, used, and leased models on CarWow, and they can even help you sell your current car when it's time for something new. The Renault Rafale has a list price between £37,195 and £49,695, but through CarWow, you can typically save around £5,070. That brings the starting cash price down to £33,172, with monthly payments from £293. Used Rafales on CarWow start at £29,990. There's a big gap between the entry-level Techno trim, a self-charging hybrid, and the top-spec Atelier Alpine model, over £11,000. The Atelier Alpine only comes with the pricier plug-in hybrid setup, and unless you're sold on the flashy 21-inch wheels and fancy electrochromic glass roof, the mid-tier Techno Esprit Alpine or iconic Esprit Alpine trims offer better value. One challenge for the Rafale is the competition. While not direct rivals, the Peugeot E-3008 EV costs about the same as a mid-range Rafale, and though smaller, it's much more comfortable. For similar money, you could also consider a base Tesla Model Y or a stylish Kia EV6. That said, the Rafale makes a solid case if you're not ready to go fully electric. It's a large SUV, but doesn't feel unwieldy in town, especially in higher trims with four-wheel steering, which tightens the turning circle from 11.6 to 10.4 meters, nearly matching the nimble Renault 5. Performance is solid. The plug-in hybrid delivers strong acceleration, even in EV-only mode. The regular hybrid is no slouch either, but it lacks the punch of the PHEV. The real weak spot is the suspension. It deals with broken surfaces okay, but sharp bumps and potholes send a hard jolt through the cabin, and the car lumbers over speed bumps. It's worse at speed. Bigger dips can unsettle it, causing the suspension to bounce before settling down. Visibility is another downside. The Rafale feels manageable on the move, but thick rear pillars, small side mirrors, and huge wheels make parking tricky. Even with optional 360-degree cameras, getting close to a curb is a pain. The 1.2-liter engine gets noisy under hard acceleration, but it quiets down at cruising speeds. Unfortunately, that's not the case for road noise, which seeps in through the large wheels and tires, enough to make you look for smoother tarmac. Wind noise is much more controlled. The lane-keeping feature in the active cruise control is a letdown. It tends to bounce the car between lane markings like bumper bowling, making motorway driving more stressful than just steering yourself, especially with a lorry alongside. Still, efficiency is a strong point. On a round-trip run down the M1, with some country and town driving included, the Rafale averaged 50 miles per gallon, impressive for a big SUV. The Renault Rafale feels most at home on twisty country roads. Its stiff suspension, quick steering, and chunky tires come together to deliver surprising confidence at speed. You'll never forget it's a big, heavy SUV, but it stays composed and stable through fast bends. Switching to sport mode tightens up the steering and throttle response. You won't get much feedback through the wheel, but the steering is precise. It's not exactly thrilling to drive, but there's minimal body roll and the seats offer solid support, letting you carry decent speed through corners without fuss. Further back, there's another storage area, and the door bins are deep, if narrow, and lined with felt, though they won't fit liter bottles or large drinks. 2 USB-C ports are up front, but the glove box feels flimsy and cheap. Rear seat comfort is impressive. Legroom rivals much larger and more expensive cars, and headroom is generous, even with the sloped roof. You can seat 3 adults across the rear with little complaint. The rear doors have comfortable armrests and big storage bins, while a fold-down center armrest includes 2 cup holders and a pair of felt-lined compartments. You also get 2 more USB-C ports in the rear, plus phone/tablet holders that swivel out from the cup holders, perfect for keeping kids entertained on long trips. At first glance, the Rafale's interior feels premium, especially on higher trims. The dashboard features a step design with a suede or fabric trim strip and ambient lighting. The driver's display and media screen are housed in a wraparound gloss black panel angled toward the driver, giving a sporty and high-tech vibe. But look closer and the illusion fades a bit. The plastic finish around the air vents looks cheap, and the system's graphics are cluttered and tricky to navigate. There are too many menus, and pointless animations, like one that boots you out of Apple CarPlay or Android Auto when adjusting the seats, only add to the frustration. The controls around the steering wheel are cluttered. 3 stalks on the right, close together with the gear selectors, make it easy to hit the wrong one, turning on the wipers instead of changing tracks, for example. The gear selector isn't very responsive either. If you're not pressing firmly on the brake, the car may move in the wrong direction. Reliability is a question mark. The Rafale is too new to have a clear track record, but Renault ranked 28th out of 32 in the 2024 Driver Power Owner Satisfaction Survey, not encouraging. Warranty coverage is basic, 3 years or 60,000 miles. That's the industry standard, but well behind rivals. Kia offers 7 years, and Lexus goes up to 10 with regular dealer servicing. Battery coverage on the PHEV model is better. Renault will replace the battery if capacity drops below 75% within 8 years or 100,000 miles. For the self-charging hybrid, the threshold is lower, 63%.